So Sunday, we talked about peace. And we looked at a story, an event that happened in the ministry of Jesus when he and the disciples were on a boat in the middle of the Sea of Galilee. And Jesus was actually sleeping in the back of the boat. And it's interesting because Mark, in Mark chapter 4, writes that Jesus was sleeping on a cushion. He even had a pillow that he was sleeping on in the back of the boat. And as he is sleeping, as they are taking this boat ride across the Sea of Galilee, a storm comes up. And a bad storm. I mean, the disciples are fearing for their life. And at least four of the disciples were fishermen on this very sea, this very lake. And they'd fished and they'd been on this water during many a storm probably. And they were fearing for their life. And so they finally rush to the back of the boat and they wake up Jesus and they say, "Jesus, save us, for we are going to drown." And he looks at them and says, "Where is your faith?" And the line that I used on Sunday was, if Jesus is asleep on the back of the boat, you don't have to fear the storm. If Jesus is asleep in the back of the boat, you don't have to fear the storm. Because if Jesus is asleep, that's not the end. That's not how it's going to go down. If Jesus is with you, you don't have to fear the storm. There's another saying that I remember hearing years ago. It says, "I don't know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. I don't know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future." And so as we are looking for peace in our life, as we're looking for some constancy, something to help us navigate the difficulty of the day-to-day, the difficulty of our times, the struggles that we each have along the way, we may not know what the future holds, but we can know who holds the future. And if you want that peace, if you want to know the peace that comes with Jesus, we must give our lives first to him. We must make him the Lord of our life. We must daily pursue him. And the more I see in my life, the more scripture I have in my life, the more greater times of prayer, the things that when I focus more on him, I find myself having greater peace. I find myself not being blown back and forth by the storms of everyday life. I find that it's easier to walk each day the more I fill myself with Jesus. And that's what we've been talking about. To being fruitful, of having these fruit in our life as evidence of the work of the Spirit. We find ourselves being more loving towards those who are around us. We find ourselves having greater joy. We find ourselves having more peace, greater patience. That kindness and goodness kind of begin to just flow from us as we are compassionate to those who are around us. Because the work of the Spirit in our life, it helps us navigate the storms. It helps us know what the next right thing is to do. And so as we go through this week, if you're looking for peace, lean into Jesus and trust in him, because we may not know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future. And Jesus wants to hold us in his hand and help us through. He's not going to eliminate the storms. The storm didn't just avoid the disciples, but Jesus was the one who saved them and helped them navigate through that storm to get peacefully to the other side. Hey guys, I love you, and hope things are going well for you. I'm praying for you, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.